Hey guys, what's up? Good morning. Thanks for joining me this beautiful Tuesday morning. I'm here in downtown Brunswick at my office right here on Newcastle Street. And so the reason for my video today, I actually had two separate conversations with buyers this past week. And one was a single individual, the other was a couple. And in both cases, these buyers are very ready to purchase. They've got their down payments pretty close. One is even pre-approved by a local lender. They've been looking online. They're just excited and ready. But in both conversations, both mentioned to me about waiting closer towards the end of the year just to see how the interest rates are going to look and maybe just feel a little more confident with their purchase. And I completely understand that. Everybody's been watching the interest rates. And so talking about interest rates, obviously we've been in a elevated interest rate situation over the last couple years, year and a half. Buyers are weary. They don't want to get into, an 8% mortgage. So let's talk a little bit first about supply and demand. And this is just super simple, going back to high school economics, simple stuff. Supply is low, demand is high, and you're gonna drive up prices. Conversely so, supply is high, demand is low, prices are gonna go down. So in the last couple of years, we've seen very low levels of inventory in the real estate market. So haven't been a lot of homes available to purchase. And after the events of 2020, we saw a huge demand. The rates were low at that time, and there was huge demand. Buyers had flooded into the market, and we saw a lot of competition for these homes. Weren't very many, but there was a lot of competition for them. Now that rates have gone up, we have lower demand, and there's a little bit more balance in the market. That's why prices have remained relatively stable. So as the interest rates start to drop, and we do expect to see this over the coming year, the Fed has signaled possibly 3 to 5 rate decreases, and that's great news. Everybody wants to hear that. However, there are a couple of points whenever you're thinking about purchasing a home. So, okay, one, we're looking at competition. So as buyers start flooding back into the market, as those rates come down, we still have a low level of inventory available, but you have all these buyers back in the market. So we may see a situation like we did a couple of years ago, post 2020, where there was just a lot of competition. Homes were going under contract within hours of being listed. We had multiple offer situations, and buyers were losing out. Very disappointed, it's like, oh, this is the one, and they put in their offer and it's not accepted. So we have that. Also, like I said, supply is low, demand is high, it's gonna drive up the prices. So whereas in the last year and a half, those prices they've remained relatively stable. After the rates start coming down, demand goes up, we could see home prices elevate again. The third point I want to make is, and this is important, especially for first-time home buyers. So right now, in the last year or so, we've seen some seller concessions. We're able to kind of negotiate with sellers, maybe on the price, maybe on, maybe you could get a home warranty provided by the seller. So the different things like that. Also, as far as seller concessions go, right now it's still possible to get a seller to maybe give $5,000 towards closing costs. that is huge for a lot of buyers, especially first-time home buyers. Maybe they have their down payment, they have money to close, but they're not quite there, or they're very close, or if they do use all of their money towards that, then they don't have anything left in savings, and it would provide them a little bit of cushion. So right now we're still seeing sellers who are willing and able to do that. However, as buyers start flooding back into the market and they see that they have this offer and this offer, and they look their exact same offer, except for one is asking for seller concessions, let's say $5,000 towards closing costs, the seller is likely going to pick this offer. So right now may be a better time to purchase, even though the rates are a little bit higher than maybe they'll be at the end of the year. But one, you're gonna possibly get a better deal on the price. And two, you're gonna possibly get some negotiations with the seller in the form of different things: seller concessions, price, home warranty, due diligence period, etc. So just a couple of things to think about. And in real estate, we always say date the rate. So remember, you are not married to your interest rate. You can get into something now, and in 3 to 5 years, maybe that rate has come down, you can refinance and be on your merry way. And actually possibly be better off, because one, you're possibly getting a better price now. You've been able to keep a little bit of that cushion nest egg in your savings account. And that's all this amount of time. Let's say you wait till the end of the year versus now you're saving 10 months in rent if you're paying rent. So anyway, that's just a couple of things to think about. Like I said, I had this conversation with 2 different buyers just this past week. And so if I had the conversations with them, I can imagine there are more people out there who possibly need to hear this information. Now, at the end of the day, if the time is right for you, it's right for you. If it's not, depending on your situation, it may not be the right time. But there's only one way to find out, and that is to sit down, talk about it, talk through it, get in touch with the local lender, talk to them, and kind of see what your options are. So anyway, if this pertains to you and you'd like to have a little chat about it, I'd love to help you out with that. Or if you know of anyone who this information might be of use to, please share this video, have them reach out to me, or I can get their name and number, email address, and reach out to them. So that's it for today, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.